Okay, so I want to go back to talking about what is somewhat wrong with the mindset of memorandum of understandings with technology. So there are individuals within the government of India that think, well, the time isn't right. There's so many issues that's wrong with India that we got to take care of first. Corruption, infrastructure. What if Dhirubhai Ambani waited to take care of all the structural issues, waited for India to become stronger? He made it stronger. So he did not wait for to look for a company or factory. He did not wait for the potholes to be filled. He did not wait for the roads to never get flooded when it was monsoon season, right? So there's never a right time to start a business. There's never a right time to invest in technology, in innovation. There's never a right time to invest in one's national security with research and development. The time is now, right? So it is, with corruption, kill them. Don't wait. With infrastructure issues, figure out the bottlenecks, figure out the choke points that are within the system. And if you think about how to have that organizational way of thinking, you got to be able to have a group of individuals that, okay, these guys are the action takers. Who to call, who to contact, they know what to do. They know who to go to. They know who to refer to, right? So those are usually the time-tested, loyal government officials. And then there's another group that are the actual implementers. And they're the technical engineers and they're the computer scientists, for example. So the group that are the action takers, well, if the computer scientist says, well, that politician is corrupt. So the action taker doesn't have to say directly, okay, he is going to be dead within a week, right? So that's the kind of way of thinking that gets things done. I mean, the Soviets killed their double agents. The Chinese killed their double agents. Americans killed their double agents, right? So that's just the way it is. And with India, there is a lot of structural issues that need to be addressed, but in terms of critical investment, research and development, the time is never right, right? The time is now to invest in it. If I was working in the government of India, I would not sign memorandum of understandings with other nations for technology. No, I'd see. If you think about self-reliant, what is self-reliant? That means that you have to put yourself at risk and in charge. That this is you're going to do what you got to do, right? So in 2003, I was working at Naos Foods. I flew to India, and within 10 months, I had two books in my control, and I still do, called All Bits Are Set in Operation Stop Thief, and Pentagon renamed its fighter jets area vehicles. The CIA had a psychological mood screen, told the Pentagon to stand down, and Iran wasn't attacked, and no hijackings were used as an excuse, right? So I went through a lot of shit at that time. I really did. If you want to achieve the impossible, you got to do what you got to do. If you're the CIA and you have to run away from books for so long and years, decades, you got to do what you got to do because the books were that good. So he just said, if you're in the government of India in the 2020s, and you have to get that organization, get the setup, get the groups, get this, get that, you got to take that action. You got to do it, right? Because we're talking about national security here. We're not talking about, playthings, play toys. So if you got to kill the corrupt sooner is better. And it's not really killing them, it's just getting rid of waste that are like mosquitoes that feed off of the Indian system's blood, right? That's really what it is. That's really what corrupt people are. So I think that people need to realize that the time is never right, to start a business. But you gotta overcome the obstacles, and there'll always be losers that will get in the way, okay? That will cry, that will make noise, that will try to divert your attention because after their mommies died, they have nobody to complain to. So they themselves make noise and complain amongst each other. That is the poor person's mindset, right? And with respect to the government of India, they gotta be more of action takers. Get the damn thing done. Get the damn thing done. This is a matter of national security here, right? So I think it's an important lesson to learn from Dhirubhai Ambani that the time is always right to do the right thing, and there's no reason to waste too much time in thinking about what would have happened if Dhirubhai Ambani waited for all those things to happen, waited for India to be stronger. No. And do you know why? Like, and it's kind of what my mindset is that, and I learned from reading about him. He had a tremendous amount of faith in the people of India. He really did. He said, it is the people of India that's going to make it happen. It really is. He kept himself in control of a lot of the decision making, a lot of the equipment, a lot of the factories, a lot of the management control, of course. But the implementers, the people on the ground, were the people of India. And he always had faith in the people of India. And they actually did the work that made his company so successful, right? So that is actually what is a little bit required more, is not to rely on weak mindset, weak female users to rely on oneself, to rely and have faith on time tested, loyal Indians, and then do what you got to do to get things done in India without unjustly hurting others, because Indians are not elite white losers that tried to sell America and the world the idea that weak Iraqis were behind the September 11th attacks. And then when that didn't pan out, it changed to weapons of mass destruction. So I think a more modern mindset is required within the government of India, that have faith in the people of India that are time tested and loyal, and organize, get everything organized in the mind, on the ground, everything organized. This is a battle of wills, and the time is now.